Hello, hello. I think we are back, right? Good day, everyone. Good evening. Good Friday, I guess. Yeah, it's been quite a bit of a ride. Hello, hello. I think we are back, right? Okay, let me just do this on. So here we go. Yeah, so these are all little things that I still need to do better. Like these little things I have to put up, stuff like that. So I decided to go on a little bit earlier. I don't know if no, there's no one here yet. It's people that from London. I mentioned if we go down, I use my purple lines, right, as a roadmap. And as you can see here, go to my screen. We did not touch it yet, so it's also the weekly open here. So this is, we created a equal low. It's in the AMRP here, so I do expect that this could be a nice trade. I did pretty well today. I wasn't drawdown because of the week. I made 700 today, 70 bucks in London, and the rest during the AM session because I was anticipating this move down here. I managed to get this move, and like I said, this time is until 11:49. We're in the AMRP zone. Yeah, it is tricky price action, to be honest, because it's Friday as well. Are we below the TGIF level? Let me just, I'm gonna swap this one out. So this is the whole weekly range, because it could be that we're done at some point, that it just, takes out that level and then just hangs around in that zone. If I look at the TGRF, I would sometimes you have to reverse it, because even though we're on top, if you look at the weekly candle now, you see what it's doing. All the way down. We might get like a little doji candle. Might be a very to the downside. On the other hand, we could get into. Oh, I didn't see that wick. Look at that. Let me measure this wick. It's interesting. I overlooked that one. I should have seen that sooner. That is a biggie. That is a big wick, and might be of significance as well. Okay, get rid of. We don't need this data can go, and this we don't need as well, and this can go as well. Here we go. Look at that. Half of the wick in the 33% exactly. This is almost at the mid of that range, and this is at the 50%. 683. Okay, let's go to the daily. See if the wick is a little bit different. Let's just measure that daily wick and see if we can get anything clearer. Okay. So if we're not going to take out these equal yeah, if we're not take out this. Okay. I'm just thinking if it will go all the way down and take out these equal levels. But then again, we're outside the TGIF, right? So is that going to happen? Okay, I'm going to keep it now on this level here, and if we go lower than 730-ish, I'm going to go back to my weekly and extend this. But for now, let's just keep it into this zone. It's actually really a small zone, isn't it? It's just like 50 points and then we're done. You know what? I'm just going to go back to the weekly and just take the weekly March week because we're at the end of the week, right? As well. So yes, if we get below 683, we're going to re-engage. Okay, that's it for now. Let's go back to the. Oh, there we go. It's going down now. Is it taking it out that level? Oh, yes. Or it might create another week, right? We're still in a macro. 11, 20, 40. Okay. So I'm going to share something. So if you look at this green box, right? With these calculations that I do, what it helps me with is to engage to measure the highs and the lows within this green box, which is until 10:30 from 4 till 10:30, and I think we took it out now. Beautiful. It might go lower, but as you can see, we hit the 114 here, right? See the high, 114 here. 214. It's the bodies. You have to look at the bodies. So even though you have a lower wick, so it helps me to gauge price. To think, okay, if we're here within this block, we're most likely not going to go lower. Yeah, we see some interesting levels now. This has to go. What date is it? Friday the 15th. If it was Wednesday the 13th, then it's today, Friday the 15th. You should know that. Friday the 15th. Okay, let's see. We have got a gap here, 734, daily mid, and a 4 o'clock. Nice. It's a lot of liquidity here. Am I eager to get in? Not really. Not at this time. See chart. Okay, so I've got the first presented fair value gaps measure also on this chart, so you see how beautifully it goes into that, right? And this is Monday. Yeah, it's gonna melt down right now. When other end walk here and piston. So normally, I these levels, it's so close to each other. It's hard for me to use this now. Normally it's easy. I have this as my as a roadmap as well, but still have to figure out on days like that I have to use something else. But once it gets over 3 on a day like this, I can't really use it anymore. And when I have a small range, like these two purple blocks are very close to each other, and it extends, which normally, it could, but not in a significant way. So let's see. Here it is. Cap is hit. So this is a very significant level, and then we have this. Yeah. Could this be the reversal, or are we going to melt further down? Let's wait. So I'm a little bit early. I was supposed to get in at 12, but I thought if there's a move coming, and once it's done, it's done. It could be done, then there's nothing else to really to look at, especially when we are into the TGIF zone. It's It's going down. Now it's going to this level. What's happening? I'm only on my, if I, my funded account is only micros now, because I did play the minis with the one move, but now I just don't really feel comfortable anymore. But yeah, it feels like we're just going down. Yes, yes, yes. Look. So we're in the 33% already of GIF, and in the root candle as well. So see this here. Might be a short. It might be a very short session. So normally when you would gouge the TGIF, right, we have a move to the upside. It was a bullish weekly profile with a Tuesday low, and then we just basically went up until till Wednesday, sort of went lower Thursday, and today we have a bit more bearish move. But in this case, you would, one of my scenarios was that we go up and then we would go 20% in the back in the range, but obviously that didn't happen. And it became obvious when you have this wick and then this wick, and like, yeah, and then with this fair value gap here, it started to look very bearish. So what confuses a lot is this. Let me show you. Because you have an upward move, right, and you want 20% back into the range. This would be that range. Because you go up, and then it goes back into the range. But sometimes I notice you have to swap it around. Because we have been in this range. Technically, you can also say we've been in the TGIF already since Wednesday. So it was already hit, right? So once it gets below, what do? Will it go back up? No, I don't think so, right? Because we are disrespecting now the bullish fair value gap. Still good though, but so today I saw, I didn't see the baby whale getting born, but there was a whale. So I live at the coast, very small town. I go to the beach to do a walk, do my daily walk, try to do my daily walk. Let's put it that way. And there was this whale really, really close to the shore. And I was like, why is it so close to the shore? And it was just, you could see the water, you know, it spews water. And because in the beginning I was like, what is that? Is that it can't be a hippo. And then I sat there for an hour just watching it, and I thought, it's so close. Why is it so close? Then I walked back to the car after a while. I saw some people sitting there, so I told them, listen, I think there's a whale there. And there was a ranger, it was a guy who did the. And he says, oh, he was telling me, yeah. He says, oh, actually, it's they're going to the direction of the equator to give babies because it's still a little bit too cold here, the water. But then apparently I left, and then he went to look at the whale because it came closer and closer to the shore. And they got worried. They thought maybe it has a net over its face or whatever. And he started messaging me like, yeah, we're very worried now. We think it's going to give a baby, but it might be hurt as well. So we're very afraid that it's going to come to shore. It didn't come to shore. He saw it gave birth. They saw the baby. I mean, I don't know how they saw it, but they didn't make any footage, unfortunately. But they are a little bit afraid that the water might be a little bit too cold for the baby. They need to go a little bit more in another direction for it to give birth. But anyway, I'll post it. They'll keep me updated. So sad to see nature struggling, right? But yeah, so it was just nice to see a whale so close by. And apparently it was already sort of like in labor. Yeah, so it's just really just so fortunate to be able to see that. Yeah, that's why I moved here. Okay, so we're in the fair value gap now. On Tuesday, how low? So what can we measure, right? There are things to measure. We could measure this manipulation move, and let's see what we get. We can make a few measurements. It's not watertight, but can give you some direction. 19. No, that's not. Let's see. 2 measure with only bodies, and I'll measure with the wicks. This gives me. So I'm on the 4 hour, so it's very high level. You get the idea. 2.5. We're here right now. So 2.5 is here near the weekend. So this could be a move up, right? It could reject from here, but it could also just break down. And if we go low, then this is 6 and this is 4.5. We'll see. Now let's do it with the wicks. Let's see what it gives us. I did like the measurement when the. Oh, I think, did I not do it correctly? Hold on, I have to do it. See, I did not do it correctly. I need other glasses. 2.5 is in the root candle. So I was wondering, why is it not giving me in the root candle? So that makes sense, right? But we're not there yet. So we're between 2 and 2.5, so 225-ish. And then 4 is here, just below that. And we'll take out some liquidity and go into this order block. But so reject from here. Okay. Swap this one around again. Let's swappy this. Let's swappy. Here we go. So we're already almost at the 30%. Yeah, you know, sometimes when this happens, it just doesn't do a lot in the PM session. It just goes into consolidation. And if we see that going to happen, we'll end the stream very soon. It's just not worth it to really to look at it. It's good to go over some things, but hey, look at that. Let's have a quick look at crypto. Oh, here, add it anyway. Still having some issues with my throat. Let me get my medication. Otherwise, I can't talk too much. Oh, you probably think, oh, that would be a good thing if you talk too much. Oh, yes, it's my stream. And I talk to myself, basically. Also, what I realized was really nice doing a stream. I can eat as much garlic as I want. So I cook. Normally, I'm like, oh my god, I have to pay attention there. I don't. Now I can just do it. Nobody really cares. Nobody can smell it. Here we go. And just cook. I wonder if the quality of my microphone is good enough. I would love to get some feedback on that at some point. Yes, yes, yes. Let's have a look at next week at the news. Normally, the third week of the month is my best week. Monday, no news. No red folder news. Tuesday, no news. We've got CPI, PPI this week. Then we have Wednesday. Then we have FOMC. And in London, we have the CPI. That could be interesting. Damn, until Wednesday. A lot of FOMC people speaking. And FOMC is at 2 in the afternoon, so that's during our stream. So that's nice. So that might be interesting Wednesday. Let's see, do we have anything on Thursday? Oh, yes, yes, yes. Thursday is going to be interesting. In London, 4:30 PMI, and also in the US, PMI at 9:45, and unemployment claims. Ooh, juicy, juicy. Nice, nice. Okay. Oh, and Jackson Hole Symposium. I remember from my journaling last year, because I never heard of Jackson Hole Symposium. It was very choppy. And I remember, I think I wrote it down, Jackson Hole Symposium. I'm not sure if that gave the chop, but I have to be aware next time. And I guess that's next time. I'm gonna find my journals from that day, and just see, because I remember that was very specific about. I don't know if ICT or someone else said something about it. I'm not really sure. I think someone said something about it. Yeah, I'll Google. I'll try to figure that out. But I know it was. It got a bit tricky. But then again, yeah, I love the news. 8:13. And let's see, Friday. Yeah, obviously it's the Jackson Hole Symposium that's going to also be then. Does it go on until the next Monday? No, okay, it's only those 2 days. Oh, is it a bank? Oh, no, it's an English bank holiday on the next week, 25. Okay. That's it. Let me see. Exit. Oh, sorry. I am so. Yeah. Still around the 3 bucks. Okay. It's still around the 3 bucks. What's ETH? ETH. Oh, good. Oh, good. Okay. I should put my and yes, I should. Why am I not seeing? Oh, here we are. Okay. So now it's just going to be a waiting game to see how it's going to react in this TGI in this reverse TGI zone. Um, yeah, I've got this block. 1990. 10:30. 10:30. Oh, you have to reverse from. At the end of the week, it's. I'm actually really looking forward to. Once I'm done, I'm not going to journal today. Tonight, I'm going to do that tomorrow morning. I always do that in the morning because I wake up really early and then I'm just fresh because after a whole day, I'm just too tired to do it properly. But I'm really looking forward. I'm watching a series and I'm really looking forward to watch that again. It's called Blackbird. I think it's called Blackbird. And I normally don't like movies that are about people in jail or something, but this one is really good. It's on Apple TV, I believe. So it's Friday, so time to relax and just hang out with my kitty catties. And then, tomorrow, I want to. This weekend will be about my YouTube channel. I need to improve some things, write a better disclaimer. I've got to have some pages or some things like when I am ending the stream because I noticed that I have just a weird screen if I just happen to touch that. And even I don't know if it showed my OBS, it should not. And things like that, just improving it and just seeing what I can do. And it's really weird. When I look at my YouTube videos, the picture, it doesn't show the picture next to my video of my YouTube, my profile pic. But if I go back onto my YouTube, I see it. But I do not see it when I look it up. So it looks like I have no profile pic when you see my videos come up in the feed. So yeah. I want to check something. Hold on. I need to make sure something is. I'll be back. Hello, Gigi. Hello. Hey, here we go. So it's such a good thing with the webcam that you just see one. You just have to see one area because actually the room is a mess. So that's a good thing. It's all make believe sometimes, right? It looks very neat. Hi, Poop. I'm very neat actually, but not always when I'm very busy. Um, okay, are we going down? So it's really hard now to find a good entry because we're in that zone. We're in the TGI, in the reverse TGI zone. We might go further down, but we could reject from here. My 1202. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, here you go. I have to mark this one out. My favorite time. August. Goes fast. Here we go. Let's see how it reacts from here. Yeah, and again, we've got stacked. It's in the 953 root candle overlapping. It's a big block, so I'm a little bit, well, it might just consolidate for a while here. And we already went through the weekly open right here. We're in that, we still have one lower here. To go 691. What else do we? Do we happen to have a fair value gap? 691. Could work through. What's this? 660. 691. Here you go. And it's also a daily midpoint, so this seems to be significant. Plus, you have an old 4 o'clock. So yeah, interesting. It's just really hard. I mean, I know honestly, I really have no idea at the moment. We do have this long week. Hello, puppy. You have a long wick here as well. Let me measure this one. Nobody should be trading actually. Should be actually put down your just maybe tape reading if you really have nothing else to do. But if you have something else to do, go enjoy the weekend. The weekly objectives have been met. It's been a tough week for most, so if you have some winnings, take them and run. And if you have some if you're in drawdown, it's just time to accept and just wait for the next week. This will be. I made back my drawdown from this week on my challenge account, so I'm just not going to touch it anymore. I'm already happy that I'm in the plus, so next week I hope to pass that challenge account and then get a payout in the coming weeks again from that new challenge account. But it shouldn't be about making big trades anymore. No one should be trading to make a lot of money. You're just putting yourself at risk at the moment. It's all local. There might be a good trade, but why? Go enjoy time with friends and family and recharge. Do something fun. People can see you ask, well, what are you doing there? I just started my YouTube channel. I just want to have consistency because I'm like, okay, this is the times I want to get on. So I'm just trying to do that to get used to the time, just, getting used to doing my analysis online while I'm on stream, improving little things, looking at things if the stream is done. So, and then I can go back and, can improve them. So that's the reason why. But trading wise, I'm not interested. I'm not interested unless I see a really good trade. But I'm just not feeling like it. It's really not the time to do it. Let me see. Oh. Okay. What are you doing online? Yes, that is so true. That is so true. Okay, you see that. And the 25 measures exactly with the 9. See that? So if we go lower, I will go. Oh, we are going. We did get into this one. Yeah. I'll give it another 20 minutes, see how it's going to, if it's going to spike up and it's going to go back into the upside. Who knows? Otherwise, I'm not going to stay too long on the stream. It's just going to be a waste of time. That's the only advice I can give at the moment. No financial advice, but just some common sense advice, I guess. Choo, 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 choo. Did we have any other AMP left? Nothing this weekly. I'm looking at the weekly ones. Okay, here we have one more. The monthly open. It's a little bit too far down. I don't expect it to come here. It's over 400 points. We're not gonna. I mean, well, you never know, right? But I guess that's. But we have had weird things happen this week. Also, what I'm noticing is if we had consolidation here, we get back into the range. Yeah, this looks like it's going to consolidate as well. That's what it does. We also have the 90-minute and the 1030 going into the 1030. That could signify a reversal, but I just don't think it will do that today, right? So we'll give it some more time. Let's see how that would be wild if it just spikes up and goes into that level. That would be just good. We'll see. So we have the weekly open. We went to this week, just daily mid. And we're in a reversed TGIF. We've had a very rangy week. We sort of stayed in the range. We took our low resistance, we took out external liquidity now. Took out this range to the fair value gap. Does it have to go lower today? Good, but or in a order block here. And it's a valid order block because we've got a fair value gap here. And it's exactly in that. We touched the bullish order block as well. There's so many things that really actually are saying it could be so bullish, right? From fair value gap, bullish order block. We're in the TGIF zone. We hit the weekly open. We hit the daily midpoint. This is also a day, or this is the low of yesterday. These calculation zones are very small. It's sort of like hit the 2 already. Yeah, it good. But then again, it also could go just explode to the upside or to the downside. Nothing is certain in this market. And let's see if this first percentage fair value Monday has been traded into already. Okay, here we are. Okay, went through it. Okay. Did I miss any? Just want to make sure that I did not miss it. I've been going back and forth between the M and Q. Oh, here we go. I missed one. That was today's. And did I miss one here as well? Looks like it. Oh, look at that. Yes, I did. That's because I was an MNQ. That's why I missed it. Let me update this quickly. So that one was yesterday's. Did that give me? Yeah. Someone asked me, what do you want to? What something you can't go without on the job? That's time. Just these time-related things. And is the first presented fair value gap a time thing? Yes, because it is the first presented within a specific time. And it always matches up, as you can see again, with the daily open or something else. You always see that it's always matching some other significant level. So the only thing I'm working on is getting less on my chart and using less of these things and getting the same information. But once you start doing it, you can see it over and over and over again. Oh, it matches with this, it matches with that. But look how this low is exactly this one. It's just beautiful. How else would you know this level? How else could you find out, right? We'll have to thank our daddy ICT for it, for sharing this. And I mean, what I'm doing now, just because he said something, it made me look into things deeper and figuring out, okay, like also the TGIF, I've been looking at it on a monthly basis as well. If it works on a weekly, why doesn't it work on a monthly? And sometimes, did my phone just die? Okay, I need to charge it. Just 1 second. Basically, every candle has a TGIF, right? You have open, high, low, close, and that means the close goes 20% back into either if the high or low is created, it goes back into the range. So, and again, that doesn't happen with all the candles. So, but it's sort of like if you look at a candle, you most of the time have a wick, and if you don't have a wick, you have a devil's mark, and especially on the higher time frame, you mark those because those are also liquidity drawing. They draw liquidity. They're like a magnet. So yeah. So everything that doesn't really align or is not normal is always also something really. It's also present, right? Sometimes you have to see it like that. Okay, that one's Thursday, and now we go. Did I miss anything after Thursday? Did it give us information? Yes, did it. Is it exactly in 50% of? You see how the daily open of today's are exact? It's the 5% of the opening range gap from today. Yeah. Could I use this fair value gap today? I would not. I would not really. Would it hit? It's mine. No. So we opened up, went straight through the range, and then we wicked back into it. Didn't go back to 5%, so that was telling enough. We wicked here into that fair value gap, And then we went low, we created one, but then again we went higher into the 75%. And then it gave it up. Then it just moved lower. Hard to read, to be honest, right? Do we have a breaker somewhere? Order block? We have this one here. There's something missing. Okay, and this one. I guess next week they will give some right. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised that we're going to see this level here. So most likely after 12:35, maybe even after 14:09. And again, you can see it, right? Stagnant candles, they're all in one block. This one is not extended, and I don't want to extend them, but you can see it will overlap to 12:02. When you have that, you already know it's going to be choppy, choppy, chop fast. You're not gonna get any and move anytime soon, so you just have to wait. And also on the higher time frame, you can really tell if you have chop here and you get into that same zone after. It was last week, right? It's it chops around in the same zone, and it will also create a new breaker to the downside if it goes further down or up. Um, but I really like this. It's 10:30. We have this candle 10:30. Finalizing the move. Are we done? This is 9 o'clock, so we don't have any Asia today. And that will be Sunday. Will Asia give another move at 9 p.m. to 7:39? So yeah, dig deeper into this one. Let's make this 15 minutes more to get a better idea of the price action. Okay, so also the range here. Normally the range is 470, 77-ish. We've only had 273 of this curious range, so that means we still have a range to go of 200 points. 200 points. Let's see how much that is to the downside. Yeah, I would favor them. 580. Do we have another one lower? Oh, there we go. That's interesting. Yeah, 580. I'm interested. Hmm. So and the lunch, so this is the intraday, right? You can see the range is 53, or 61, we already had 53, so it's only 9 points, 8 points away. So a little bit but this week, Let's have a look. Fair value gap here. We've got liquidity. And the weekly bid was this the weekly? Did I calculate the weekly or the I did? So that means we go below the weekly wick. And below the, but we seem to be going up again, right? Look at the camera. Choppy, choppy, choppy. Choppy, choppy, choppy. Well, we're going up. Dun, 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 dun. Now that song is in my head. That's annoying. Congratulations. Such an annoying song to have in my head. What do you think? 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 Trend. Okay, hold on. Let me. Stop. Um, 50, 50. Oh, okay. 15. 4 years. Okay, let's see if anything is happening. Give it to 1 o'clock. Or God, it's getting warm now. I'm gonna open the door. It's really nice, summery. Just love it. Yes. It's the first time actually at night that I'm wearing short sleeves. It's funny. I'm just really actually quite excited about that. Okie dokie. Now, yeah, I'm just really wondering if it's worthwhile to sit here and to wait if it's something's going to happen. Oh, it's the wind. It's just going to be a pain in the butt because it's going to consolidate. So I think it's just best to just give it one go, just see what happens at one, and then we'll decide within let's see, I have a large directly attached to the router with a 15 meters, 13 meters, 50 or 13 meters. And sometimes that cord goes into, when the door slams, it gets into, I do have an opening underneath, but it cannot go into the side and it damages it. And when I stream, I just want to be attached to the router directly. So then I got my 200 megabits, which is a lot in South Africa. And it's fiber. We don't always have that everywhere. So that's one of the reasons I like to be here where I am, still close to the bush, and still have the things of normal life. Okay. 12:35. One more minute, then we'll see our new model. Yeah, and you know, even though if it would go down and below that AMRP level, it's just yeah, you see what happens here? Did not really get into that level. So what could happen? Are we gonna go? Hmm. Oh, and also the 1235 overlaps the 1202. Yeah, I think we should call it a day here. It just means a lot of chop. We're just gonna sit around and just waste a lot of time, and then the move might come at a later stage. It's overlapping, you see. It's creating the 1235 right into the door. I thought the door was closed already. Yeah, no, we're gonna stop it here because it's just, you know, it's just going to be chop, chop, chop and overlapping candles in the 934. Now the 1235 is in the 1202 as well. There's going to be very shitty price action. You know, we know that from experience, and we just have to call it a day. Just leave it. So it's going to be weekend now. Yeah, it was a good start to get the YouTube channel running. Improve some things this weekend, and then we'll just continue next week and just be consistent, showing up, and slowly build up and see what it brings. So for now, very very happy weekend, and I wish everyone very well, and I hope to see you next week. So for now, I'm going to say bye bye.